Hello, Andrea Hyland here talking about ancestral lineage healing. Again, yes. Um, Today I want to share a short overview of why I became interested in ancestral lineage healing. In the deepest place, I would say it's because I have been really interested in healing intergenerational trauma for most of my life. I didn't have those words until maybe the last few years, intergenerational trauma. It was this feeling of living in a world where I was confused about why people acted the way they did, why I acted the way I did at times. And it was this desire to go on a quest of seeking. You could say that that quest, it's like when did it begin? I was 3 years old. There was a moment actually in 1976 where something happened when I was in my first year of college that kind of brought me to this attention of wake up, like something, you have to make changes in your life. And that summer, I worked as a maid in a motel, George Washington Motel in Valley Forge, right next to King of Prussia, Pennsylvania. And while I was making beds and cleaning toilets, I turned on Phil Donahue on the television every day. And Phil ran around the audience with his microphone asking women about their voice, of what they thought of what the guest was talking about. And there was a lot of self-help type guests who wrote books, had programs, and it just brought me into a deeper place of questioning what I thought. And then I, in the 80s, went into this deeper quest of understanding alcoholism and codependency in my family. So I went to Al Anon, I did family constellation work, I saw a therapist. I went to insight seminars like in 1989. So it was like this whole 80s that I was trying different things, and it was insight seminars where I began to find like-minded community that wanted to go on these deeper quests. And I started to invite people to come over to my home to read a book and process. Like we did the John Bradshaw books around the family, Marianne Williamson, Wayne Dyer, The Artist's Way, Julia Cameron, all of these different people. Welcoming the sun coming in now. And so every decade, it felt like there was something else that I was exploring because I would find another layer, another layer. People talk about peeling off the layers of an onion, that when you're changing patterns that have been around for generations, you don't just read a book and it all comes together. It's actually getting a deeper understanding, trying something new, and you have these incremental changes that are happening. And you have times where you've taken a step forward and you actually take 2 steps back to integrate a little bit and then move forward again. There were just a number of things that happened in 2017, 2018, 2019. And they were things that happened with my family, with friends, with my own journey of life, questioning again, and really feeling like nothing has made a difference. Like it's the same trauma that was there 30 years earlier. And then a friend suggested I do a deeper dive with ancestral lineage healing, which I'd always dabbled in. I was interested in genealogy. I used energy modalities to work with people on healing the timelines of their ancestry. And so, anyway, I took some classes with different teachers and finally found Daniel 4, who over a 20-year period had worked with clients and worked in groups where he integrated indigenous practices and had a deeper understanding of something that he created as a 5-step process where you're working with 4 lines, primary lines, your grandparents, and you don't need to know them because you don't need to know anything about them because you're actually bypassing the early generations and going back into, um, let's just say, the ancient ancestors. And so little by little, I started to work with each of the lineages and began to develop a relationship with these unseen ancestors. And I began to uh, work with them where they were doing the lineage healing of burdens, releasing the burdens. See if I can shift this a little bit. This spontaneous moment of sun. Yeah, so that's what led me to it. And I'm going to continue to share experiences with you on YouTube videos. And if you have any comments about your own journey with the ancestors or questions, just post in the comments. If you click like and subscribe, you'll have more notifications about future things that I'll be sharing about. Thanks for being here. Thanks for listening. Mwah.